Look at these. I have bookshelves. I am so excited. My husband got me these beautiful shelves, and today is the day that I am finally setting them up. Okay, y'all, I have some plans for these shelves. So let's talk first draft thoughts. We'll see how it grows and changes. I can actually be pretty type B when it comes to decorating. I am all vibes and no organization. So I'll give you the big picture vision first, and then we'll just see how it goes. As you can see, the only thing on my shelves right now are my Throne of Glass books because I am currently reading them all for the very first time. I got the set for Christmas, so the minute these shelves were up, this is exactly where they went and where they have stayed. So first draft vision. These two bottom shelves are going to be for my daughter's toys. I want to get cute aesthetic bins to put here so that her toys downstairs just have a home and she can come and get them whenever she wants. I'm going to give my husband's books one shelf, my daughter's books one shelf, and then the rest of the shelves will be for me. I love this rich brown color, but I don't want it to darken the whole space. So we have these flower garlands, actually for my daughter's first birthday. So I might like play around with those and see. And I also will not figure this out today, but lighting. I don't know if I want to do up lighting or if I want to do those little slide-in sconce book thingies. Those are super cute. That just sounds so fun and cozy. I think uplighting looks nice, but I have seen it before and thought it looks like museum lighting, and I don't want my bookshelves to look like a museum. I want them to be giving cozy cottagecore fairy vibes, you know? It's just so exciting. It's so exciting to play. Without further ado, first things first, I am going to go around the house and gather my books from every nook and cranny. Right now, I have books absolutely everywhere. I have a kitchen bookshelf, another bookshelf in this room. I have books stacked in this little fireplace nook, stacked on the stairs. So let's go ahead and collect all the books I own. This is wild. Literally, oh my gosh. Literally all the books I own in these ginormous stacks. I wish I could get the right angle to just show you. I just feel like I'm surrounded by friends, you know? It's so nice. That wore me out. Just going and collecting all the books everywhere and like up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. And then I had to get my thumbnail, you know, that kind of took a long time. But now I finally have all the books here in their stacks. Here we all are gathered together. So let's decorate some bookshelves, shall we? All right, getting in and out of here is precarious. I keep thinking I'm gonna booty bump a stack. Oh, and like I said, I am pretty type B when it comes to decorating my bookshelves. So for anybody who has very strong opinions on the ways that bookshelves should be, or anyone who has hard and fast rules, this is your warning that you might not like this. Okay, you've been forewarned. I got a little more organized here. We have just like fiction books. These are my seasonal books, like fall and Christmas. This is like my classics section. Those are books for children or that I read as a kid and I don't necessarily know how to categorize them. And then we have my Emily Henry pile, fantasy pile, and then all this is my nonfiction. So we have just like nonfiction is these two piles, spiritual books, and poetry. And then over here we have my pile of things from my studying days, so my master's and getting my private pilot's license that I don't know if they'll make the shelf or not. So they're just kind of like right there. Hi, editing me popping in. This was going to be another music montage thing, but I changed my mind because the original audio is kind of fun. So now you're basically just hanging out with me while I set this up. All thoughts said aloud in true Rachel fashion. And I was listening to some Chandler Moore, so y'all better be ready to go to church with this chaotic shelf styling. This, do it like this. I feel like curved is the way. I need another one. Oh my gosh. That's the one. That's the one. But I just need more. A little two-tone. Oh! Oh, it's falling apart. Nope. This. Oh. I love it. I was trying to be cool. It's too cute. It's too cute. It should be illegal. Oh wait, these are popping. These are popping off. Not in a good way. I mean, I've never seen anything so cute in my life, except my daughter. This is my crowning achievement. I have one more. Overkill or just right? You know, I think it's just right. Better a little too much than a little too little, you know what I'm saying? I love them. These came out better than I was even expecting, and my expectations were sky high. I truly feel as though I have peaked with this flower garland thing. The minute I put it up, I was like, yes, this brings me so much joy. They can stay up for spring and summer, and then I can switch them out for fall and then Christmas, which is just fun. I love a seasonal moment, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the flowers that fell off, so I'm using it as a little microphone holder. All of my books are on this shelf, which is so fun. The only problem with that, I have other little book nooks that I've had throughout my home, and now none of them have books on them, and I don't know what to do about that. If I should style them a different way, if I should buy more books. I told my friend Sasha this, like, oh, now, you know, I don't have enough books to fill my shelf, and I don't have enough books for my other bookshelves, and she just goes, oh no, what a terrible problem to have. But it is a little bit of a dilemma for me because I only buy books that I've read. A few years ago when I was doing a big house clean out, I did the Marie Kondo thing where you pick up each item that you own and you ask yourself, does this spark joy? And for a lot of my books, it was like, this doesn't spark joy. Since then, I kind of do it the other way around of I only buy books that spark joy. But that being said, I do have a little bit of a backlist of books that I've been wanting to buy. So I might just have to do a little book haul. But let me give you the tour. Also, let me address the elephant in the room. My hair is brown now. It's been a couple of weeks. And I dyed my hair, so that's all she wrote. So how about a little bookshelf tour? Up here is going to be my husband's shelf. I know, very nice of me to give him a shelf. So he's going to put his books. He's put his one book here. And then this duck is really special to him. It was his grandmother's. And then if we come down here, this whole shelf is like my classics shelf. We have, of course, my shrine to Jane Austen. I love her. Pride and Prejudice is one of my all-time favorite books. So I have some Pride and Prejudice books in here, but I just decided to make this Jane Austen section. So Jane Austen is to here. And then we go to the rest of the classics, ending with my J.R.R. Tolkien shrine, if you will, with my little teacup and my little disco mushroom. I love these bookshelves so much. Then down a shelf, all this is fiction, with the exception of these two books are poetry. And those are there because I liked the color of them and I liked this book facing out right here. But the rest of it is just fiction. Here I have my little Emily Henry showcase. She's one of my favorite authors, and it made me realize that I'm missing one of her books. So I need to get Happy Place. Then over here, we have a continuation of fiction. Here's my dilemma. I do have quite a bit of seasonal books. So over here is where all of those seasonal books are. And so it's a lot of like red and orange, which I'm not crazy about. Before, I would alternate seasonally. So I would have bright books in the spring and summer, and then darker books in the fall and winter. But now, putting all my books on this shelf, it does kind of bug me. I'm not gonna lie. I tried just turning them around, but then it was a lot of white. I don't know. Maybe once I have more books, I can disperse them more so it's not just like red books and orange. Who makes orange books? That's just like, and red and orange together. Ooh, it's kind of bugging me. Let's move you down here. All right. We have my fantasy shelf. So you can see my Sarah J. Maas showcase here. I have not read Crescent City and I'm in the middle of reading Throne of Glass. And then I just have my other fantasy books that I like. And there wasn't enough room on this shelf for all of them. So they continue to just right there. And then from here out and down to this shelf as well is all of my nonfiction. So I basically did like my spiritual books first and then just smorgasbord of nonfiction and some random books for my daughter to have accessible and library books. I don't know, this got kind of out of order in the past couple of weeks. So this is all nonfiction. And then down here, nonfiction is continued and like some poetry books, things like that. And then the very, very bottom shelf, which you can't really see, is for my daughter's toys. I want to get cute bins to put here that will be kind of like a fun pop of color. Like I don't just want white or brown or anything like that. So I want it to be like a fun space. I like the thought of baskets, but I don't want the baskets to scratch up my beautiful bookshelves, especially since it will be my 3-year-old pulling it in and out. So it'll have to be something that's kind of like easy on equipment. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure that out. I am open to suggestions, but for now, she just has a few things down here. And one day it will be more organized. This bookshelf brings me so much joy. You have no idea. I'll just be at random places in the house and just look over and be like, especially because like I mentioned the Marie Kondo thing earlier, the whole mentality behind Marie Kondo and her book of like the life-changing magic of tidying up, which I have, there it is basically that everything in your home that you look at brings you joy. So that being in your home is a joyful place to be. That's why I only buy books that I know I love, because now I look over at this bookshelf and I'm like, that is a bookshelf full of books that I have loved and there is no extra. And I'll like go to the library for other books I want to read and it's just so fun. Maybe I should just back you up. Back it up, back it up. I had to go get my coffee so we could cheers. There is 1 sip left in this. 1 sip left for a good cheers. Let's make it count. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I am in love with my shelves, like just in love with them. I'm in love with them. They make me so happy. It's like a whimsical springtime fairy garden and I just couldn't be happier with them. And I'm excited to watch them continue to grow and evolve. But obviously for now, let's just give it a moment. Oh yeah. I mean, come on. I could stand here all day and just look at them. I appreciate you being here. I hope that you have a wonderful day and that you are having a wonderful beginning of your spring. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Let me move you a little closer here. Hey there. Hey, is that better? It's pretty cozy. All right. Yeah? Oh, am I too far away? I don't know. Also, look at this snail. Oh, the best. Whimsical teapot. What was I saying? Do you like my hair? Gotta get my last sip. I love that. Sometimes I will leave one last sip in my coffee and I'll just be like, ooh, a little gift from past me. Thank you. Just my last little sip of coffee. So I'm glad we could share that together. Cheers.